everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda, and this is Gizmo.
We're the Newcomers. It's time for Mailbag Monday. We have a great show for you today. We're glad you're with us.
Yes, we are. We're going to talk about golf carts can be dangerous.
And modular homes in the villages.
And shark attacks in the villages. Shark attacks.
We're going to talk to you about a cactus crisis.
And amenity fee differences.
All that and more. Hit it, Wally.
Send us your questions, we've got your answers. Jerry and Linda's Mailbag Monday.
Oh, that Wally does a good job, doesn't he?
He does. He's a great musician.
We try to take all of your suggestions. We read them all, read every one of them into account. And there's a big debate on shout outs, which we love. Reminds me of the old T-Bar V show back in Louisville, Kentucky when we were kids, that they had, we want to say hi to Bobby over in St. Matthews. He's having his 5th birthday today. And it just, it connects us with the viewers. It makes you feel good. But unfortunately, some people out there said, we couldn't care less. We want to hear the news. So we're going to move that to the end because we know if you're a true follower, a faithful watcher, you're going to stick with us.
And we love you for that.
Yeah, we sure do. If you'd like to contribute to the channel, there's a little thanks button. It's hard to find. If you find it, you're a gifted person. But if you hit that, you could give us a little gift to help us keep the channel going, and we'd appreciate that very much. Yeah. Big stories are sensational stories, and the newspapers grab on them. And they like to really make a show of it when someone's injured or killed in a golf cart.
Of course.
And they say that the number one story, and by the way, we get our news from the Villages Daily Sun, from thevillagesnews.com, and we scan Google and the internet, and that's where we get the topics that we talk about sometimes. And they say that the number one story in the villages this past year were 3 people died in golf cart wrecks.
It's so sad.
It is.
You expect to go out in your golf cart, so it goes slow. It's only like up to 30 miles per hour, and not 30. Is it 30? 20. Sorry, 20. Go 20. Don't go 30. But anyway, you feel like you're going to be so safe in those things, but it can be hazardous. You got to be careful.
And people come here, and I saw this yesterday. I was on a bike ride, and a lady was in a cart crossing in front of me. She was scared to death. She's probably on a lifestyle visit,
right? And
hasn't been coached or taught. And even after you get here for a while, you're very unsure. Can you go there? Can you go here? How fast should you go? They govern back those golf carts, if you're on a lifestyle visit, to go about 15 miles an hour or so. Totally safe. But still, you have to be careful. Now, ours go about 20, a little bit more if we're going downhill, or I'm not in it. It might go a little faster according to how many people you're carrying. But you want to go a safe speed, and don't tailgate. Give cars the right of way all the time.
Jerry, I remember we got a call from a young lady who was doing her lifestyle stay, and she had never been in a golf cart before, and she asked us to come visit, and we did. And Jerry offered to give her a lesson. I just wonder how she's doing now, because we had the most wonderful afternoon with her, but she was only going like maybe 2 miles, maybe 2. I don't know. It was so slow, but I was tickled with her, and I hope she's having a great time now and going a little bit faster.
We gave her a driving lesson, and I'm telling you the truth. She never hit 5 miles an hour. Super nice lady. I was following in my golf cart. Linda was with her in the other golf cart. And I mean, it took forever, but she felt good. It's better to wait than to just say, I'm nervous, I'm going to hurry up and cause an injury. How many golf carts are in the villages? Well, the estimates are maybe 100,000. I don't think there are that many, but there are around 70,000 homes in the villages. And it's a golf cart community, so most homes have one. And many homes like ours have 2. So, somewhere north of 70,000 golf carts. That's a lot of golf carts. They do have a safe driving school you can go to and kind of learn the ins and outs. There's a group, let's see, it's the Haggerty Media Report, said that there were between 2011 and 2019, 875 golf cart accidents that were reported. And We just want to stress, please, people, wear those seat belts. Stay as safe as you can in those golf carts. There's not much protection in a golf cart.
Hi, Judy.
Oh, no, you didn't.
This is from Carl from Colorado. I would prefer to get a 4-seater that faces all the same way so that when we get company, 4 can ride in the golf cart. Would you happen to know the average cost on a golf cart for 4 people where the seats are facing the same way?
Carl, you are wanting a Cadillac of golf carts.
Yes.
You can easily find 4-seaters where 2 seats face front and 2 seats face back. That's a regular golf cart that they change the configuration and add a different type of back seat, which kind of messes with your golfing if you have to have golf clubs.
Right.
But they also offer a golf cart, like you mentioned, where all 4 seats face forward. That's ideal for sightseeing.
It really is.
We borrowed one for Christmas when we had family down here.
It was great.
It's longer though. It's going to take up more room in your garage. And you wanted to know how much it costs. Well, I happen to know that that one, with lots of bells and whistles, cost about $20,000. So pretty expensive, but it's a really nice piece of equipment.
It is.
And I'm just glad we can borrow one whenever we want it.
And this is from Maria. I bought a used golf cart and I need to service it. I know you guys posted a video back sometime regarding repairs. Who do you recommend as a mobile golf cart mechanic?
Now, before you read that, you said, I'll read one of them and you read one of them. Do you remember that?
I did, but I got brave.
And she took them both. She got excited.
I got brave.
Maria, there are lots of mobile golf cart mechanics. In fact, we tried to do a show on it. We wanted to interview a golf cart mechanic.
Oh, yeah.
So I called Todd Casey, and for whatever reason, nope, we didn't get an interview. I called Willie, and didn't give us an interview. There's Carday, there's all kinds of them. And there are lots of people that do it on the side that will work on golf carts. So don't worry, if you come and you need a mobile golf cart mechanic, you can get one. By the way, in a week or two, I'm going to have a show where I show you how to change the oil on your golf cart. They charge about $79 if you have the mobile guy come and do it. You can do it for 1 quart of oil.
Nice.
So not very expensive if you have the right stuff. So be on the lookout for that. Angela Bowen writes, we were thinking that before we would need a 2-car plus golf cart garage. Now I'm not sure. Do you think you could park 2 golf carts and a car in a 2-car garage? Good question. The short answer is yes, you can park a car and 2 golf carts. But if you do, that inside golf cart is going to have to be jockeyed.
Yeah.
You know, you're going to have to get in the back one, back it out, park it, come back in, back yours out, get in the first one, bring it back in. You know, it's kind of a...
Yeah, I thought of that yesterday. When we were in the garage, we were cleaning out some things in the garage yesterday, and I kind of like to have a bay totally open. That would be so nice. And I was thinking about doing that and surprising you. And when you came home, you would see 2 golf carts in front of each other. But I didn't do it. I nixed it.
Well, I had a local architect draw up a diagram for us so we can see. What are you laughing at?
I like this.
This first diagram shows you what a typical 2-car garage would look like with 2 golf carts in it. You can see the car on the right, 2 golf carts on the left. And if you have a little junk in there, or maybe 2 bicycles like some people we know, or maybe 3 bicycles
And
we
a
know,
kayak.
and a kayak, then you're gonna have to tippy-toe around the little room that's left in your garage. That's tough and it's tight. But we even knew a guy, in fact, the guy that we bought my golf cart from, I went in there, he had 3 golf carts in a 2-car garage.
Oh my goodness.
He had them sideways. He would go in.
Oh.
He'd have to take his car out, drive it in, and park it sideways. Like that diagram. That's no way to live, ladies and gentlemen. That would be torture.
No.
But you could have 3 golf carts in there if you wanted to.
Gee.
And if you have a villa, you might have this configuration where there's really not room unless you be a little bit creative. Now, they call that a 1-car plus golf cart. But you probably couldn't get that golf cart out without really scooting that car over. And that's an older style villa. I think the newer villas,
Have room.
some of them even have a golf cart garage.
Yes, I've seen
Yeah.
them.
The short answer is you can have 2 golf carts and a car in a 2-car garage. Is it ideal? I don't know. You know, I would maybe consider doing that just so I could have the entire third bay, like
I
you said,
think
so I could
so.
have my lathe and my
Yeah.
table saw
Yeah.
and my kayak, and
I think we should try it 1 week and see how it goes.
or sell one of the golf carts.
Not yet.
We could be a one golf cart family now that I've given up golf.
I don't want him to give up golf.
Oh, I'm frustrated with golf right now.
This question says, how did you handle your personal and important documents when you moved to Florida? Did you transport them in your vehicle or did you entrust them with the movers? Did you purge any documents prior to your move? Always enjoy your shows. You know what? It's been 4 years and I don't remember.
I do. We purged like a wild man. We burnt a shredder up. Remember that?
Oh, we did.
I think we broke 2 shredders.
Uh-huh.
You know, you're supposed to put 10 sheets in, so we put 15. You know, we abused it. We abused our shredder. That's a good question. It's something you don't really think about. We were stupid when we did it.
Yeah.
We had so many sensitive things like deeds,
Yeah, just registrations.
old deeds, and registrations and insurance policies
yes.
and bank CDs and all that sort of stuff,
Yeah.
which we should have gotten one of those portable safes
Yeah.
and put it in the car and brought it with us. But we were naive, and we put it in a regular cardboard box and labeled it fishing gear
And
or something.
toys for the
Toys
toys for
or-
the grandkids.
Or not valuable papers, do not open. And we put them in with a moving van, and they all got here safely. But I wouldn't do that again. Chris and David have a neat question. I sent this in before, but if 63% of all shark attacks happen in Florida, how many have happened in the villages? Chris and David, to my knowledge, there hasn't been a single one because the alligators ate all the sharks.
There are no sharks in the villages.
No, we have all fresh water. It's not very deep. Of course, no lakes really around here are very deep.
No.
But they're in the ocean. The ocean doesn't reach this far inland, and
No.
we have 0 sharks. We have a couple of alligators.
Couple. Couple per pond.
Don't worry about the sharks or alligators, really.
Jeff and Carla from Green Bay, right? We are going to be retiring on a modest budget and feel that some of the newer homes may be out of reach. Is there a difference if we buy in some of the older neighborhoods when it comes to monthly fees and amenities? I have a feeling that once we get there, we are not going to want to leave. Oh, that is true. When you get here, you do not want to leave.
Amenity fees are confusing
Yeah.
because last year we mentioned on a show that our amenity fee went up to $183. And they announced that the new construction's amenity fees would be $179. And I thought, wait a minute, we've been here almost 4 years at that point.
Yeah.
Why would ours be more than people that just move in? It was confusing.
Yeah.
Anyway, there are a lot of factors involved. Now it's caught up. Theirs, after a year, have gone up to the prevailing rate.
Okay.
Ours are still at 183. Well, you know, it's going to keep jumping up as expenses jump up, as the cost of doing things. To answer your question, in the older homes, let's talk up in Orange Blossom, in Silver Lake, Spanish Springs area, you have all the same amenities that we have. You can use any of them. And therefore, you're going to pay the same amenity fees, but they do go up each year. And we're all pretty close. Nobody's got a super high amenity fee and a low. They're all within a small range, but yeah, it's all the same. Hopefully today's show, we're going to get it done in a short time. It generally takes, we shoot for a 30-minute show, and that takes us about 45 minutes to tape. Sometimes it takes twice as long. So we might be here an hour and a half, unless we get our act together here.
Unless Linda gets her act together.
And if they're funny, they turn into bloopers, and we don't really mind that too much, but if they're not funny, all they turn into is aggravation.
This next one is from Brenda. Does all your mail go to a community mailbox area? What happens when you get a package that perhaps is of a decent size, like HVAC air filters, for example?
Yes, all our mail goes to the Dunedin Postal Station. We have a box that's about, sorry, Gizmo, it's about this big, small.
Just enough for
Envelopes will fit in it. Legal envelopes will fit in it after they scrunch them over and jam them in there. And things, small things. So if there's something bigger, a shoebox, an HVAC filter. They'll put a key in that box, and you walk around the building, and you get a box about this big, and you open that, and it's in there. It's kind of a cool system because once you put that key in there and open the door, that key will not come out. You can't steal the key. You can't forget it. Boom, it's in there. I wonder how they do it.
I didn't know. I never did try to
It will
get the
not
key
come
out.
out.
Well,
Will
that's
not come
pretty
out.
cool.
And if something's even too big for that one, Shelby's our mail carrier.
Yes,
She
Shelby,
will-
she's wonderful.
She will bring it to your door. I can't say they all will, but ours will.
Oh, do you remember that trailer or that guy on a tractor or a car pulling a tractor?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, full of
If
packages.
I can
at
find that
Christmas-
video, I'll
at
put it on right now.
Christmas. That was wonderful.
They have golf carts pulling trailers just piled up with boxes of gifts and things mailed.
Yeah.
I mean, piled up. Looks like one of those pictures from Thailand with the guy on the tuk-tuk that's got like
Oh,
20
yeah.
feet high and it's all teetery. Almost
Yeah.
like that.
It was pretty amazing. Really.
Yeah. Matt from Wisconsin writes, I'm wondering if you know or can speculate on what the developers of the villages will do with the module homes in the villages. When I played the Orange Blossom Golf Course, these module homes were on some valuable real estate.
Yeah.
Matt, I always call them modular homes.
Yeah.
Some people call them double wides. These long ago, back when Harold Schwartz was advertising in newspapers and comic books or however he did it, they were selling these tiny homes. Not a tiny home like today. Tiny home today is a little bitty.
Yeah.
But these small homes with the promise of free golf for life. And now those homes are 35 and 40 years old and they are showing their age. So once in a while you will see a new home spring up in the Spanish Springs area. It's not done by the developer. They're not doing that. People will buy the older homes, have them raised. I never could understand that word raised, R-A-Z-E.
They're not raised. They're
They'll
lower.
demolish them and they'll put up a new home there. I got an official answer from someone in the know, somebody connected, and they said the developer does not have any plans per se, but people are buying up there because of the nice amenities and less expensive prices. Some people are buying the modular homes and fixing them up or tearing them down and building single family homes.
There you
So
go.
that's the story. Developer has nothing to do with it. They're long gone. In fact, a lot of those people have very few deed restrictions.
Right.
We've seen some doozies up there, man.
Yeah.
I would hope that our deed restrictions here stay in place for 100 years.
Yeah.
Some people don't like deed restrictions. If you don't like them, don't move to the villages.
Yeah.
But in their case, it's different now, and things are allowed that weren't allowed before. Things that me no like.
Speaking of grumpy people, this is from Audrey. I'd like to know if you can encounter a lot of grumpy people. It can't be all rainbows and unicorns there.
She put LOL on
But
there.
you know what? It is rainbows and unicorns. I live in that world.
It is not rainbows and unicorns. We've met the finest people here. You can't believe the quality of people that we met. We love them. A lot of our viewers we meet, we like, we stay in contact with. Now they're some of our best friends. We really like them. But as I've mentioned before, I'm with my buddy Jim. We're going to play golf. Jim's from New York, and he's not very patient. He knows how to handle traffic. He yelled at somebody in another cart. That guy got out of that cart and wanted to whoop him.
Yeah.
People get in a hurry. Some people have bad backs. Some people are sick. Some people have a sick wife or a nagging wife or, problems. And it's just like everywhere else. And that's why one of my pet peeves is when people call the villages the friendliest hometown. It's friendly. We love the people here. But the villages is nothing. The people are what it is.
Yes.
There are great people in Brooklyn, in the Bronx, in Chicago, in Los Angeles. There are great people everywhere. And there are great people here. And there's some grumpy people here.
But for the majority, the people are friendly. And I love that. I was thinking about that the other day. I was on a walk and I was thinking about the name, is it the friendliest hometown? Yes, and if you put yourself in that mindset that you're going to be in a friendly place, you're friendly, you're going to act friendly, you're going to be friendly, you're going to say hello, you're going to talk to people, you're going to wave. And I love that. You put yourself in that happy mood, and that's where I want to be.
We love it, but there are friendly people everywhere. It's the grumpy people that make the news with their misbehavior.
Did you hear that, Grumpy?
He's growled.
He just growled. Like, why?
Might be Might be the mail carrier bringing something to our door.
No,
but
no.
yeah, he's a great watchdog. Don't try to sneak up on us. Uh-uh. Are there any famous people in your family besides you two, of course? No,
Oh my goodness.
there are infamous, maybe, but not famous.
We're not famous.
And Linda does have President John Tyler
Oh,
back
yeah.
in her family,
Yeah, way back.
and Supreme Court justice, I think, was in your family way back when. My family, no, nobody we know of. We had a cactus crisis the other day. The grandkids all came down. Super grandma here has them on the back porch. What were y'all doing?
We're painting rocks.
Painting rocks. And the back porch, if you've seen it, and we'll show you some pictures here, there's that big cactus plant. It has these beautiful little, what are they?
Nettles. No,
these
the
little-
blossoms.
little
The
blossoms
new
are-
growth.
They look like giant raspberries. They're
Yeah.
pretty, and they have a little yellow flower on them.
Yeah.
And one of the kids backed up into the cactus plant, and he screamed, "Oh!" And I thought, come on, you're fine. A minute later, another kid starts crying, and I'm not thinking much about it. And then I look down, there's one of those little red flowers on the ground, and I picked it up, and I'm looking at it. It's so pretty. And I set it down, and the 4-year-old says, "What's that?" And I said, "Oh, it's a beautiful little flower." And I let him hold it.
Yeah, he gives it to him.
I let him hold it, and he's looking at it, and he starts crying.
He did it.
And so I took it away from him, and I threw it in the yard, and then I started crying.
Then I come back. Jerry's inside with the tweezers.
We probably had 6 people bawling their eyes out from these microscopic little needles.
Out of the 5 grandkids, 3 of them had stickers in their fingers, and oh my gosh, it was chaos for about 2 hours.
The worst of it for me was when I picked it up to throw it. I threw it on the yard. Man, I got them all over my hand, and my hand's on fire, and it's burning. And
That's crazy because that flower, it's not really a flower, it's more like a new growth bulb, and it's about that big, and part of it's red at the tip, and it's beautiful.
It's neat.
But you just don't touch it. So.
Anyway, the cactus plant is for sale, so actually we'll give it away. We give away cuts every once in a while to people that want them. Diana came recently and took some. Don't touch that sucker, Diana.
Ew. Well, she had gloves. When she came to get them, she had gloves on. And I'm telling you, you have to have gloves if you're going to do anything or plant them.
But that little flower looked so innocent. It looked so
bad.
nice.
Grandma had.
But it was a real catastrophe. And let me tell you, imagine the worst screaming and crying you've ever heard, and then double that.
Yeah, with 2 of them.
And it's outside. And we know that neighbors, probably in the next
over.
village, were wondering who's torturing children. And
We were.
oh my God. Time for good comment versus bad.
Oh boy.
We'll do the good comment first because it's really a good one. It's from Kathy McInerney. I think I said that right. McInerney. By the way, I learned something the other day. Do you know this? That in Scottish lingo, Mac means grandson of. MC means grandson of. And if your name is O, like O'Brien or O'Malley, the O means son of.
Okay.
That's cool. I did not know that until the other day. But Kathy says, Linda, you can also contribute your happy-go-lucky attitude to your husband. He definitely brings out the best in you, thanks to his pleasant, kind personality.
Oh.
Thank you, Kathy. You're obviously a well-educated and thoughtful woman.
Yes.
On the other side, Kevin says, I wouldn't move there just because the stupid design bridge. It would make think about other stupid things they are coming with.
Uh-huh.
Kevin, I think you left out a few words there. But I like that bridge. Do you like the bridge?
I do. I love seeing that. Yeah.
They're neat. I like the design. We always have somebody will write in with one of those comments. I hope you like that segment. Believe me, that's one of the more gentle and tame comments. But you'll hear one of those each week for a while until we go on to something else. What was that?
It was an alarm for something. I'll have to go back. Oh, I need to call somebody. It's a reminder for me to call somebody.
Okay.
Okay.
I put my phone, which is what we're recording on, which we always record Mailbag Monday on my phone. I put it on airplane mode.
You did?
So I wouldn't get any calls or texts or messages.
Well, I just put it on silent. I didn't know the alarm would come through.
Okay.
I forgot about the alarm. So I'm glad the alarm was there.
We're rolling along right now.
All right, here we go. It's time for our viewer of the week.
Our viewers of the week are John and Cindy Loy. This is another pleasant surprise for us because they're from our area back home, within a few miles. And they're great folks. We share some common friends.
Yes.
They've come here and hit the ground running. They bought up in the village of Woodbury, and that's up near Highway 42. You know, it's like they came here when they were looking for a home, and they called us, and we got together, and they talked to us, and we brought them down here and showed them our house, and we buddied up with them a little bit, and then they decided to buy a house as far as humanly possible from us. It's the farthest area from us. I mean, it's
It
way
really
up
is.
there.
Let's stay far away from Jerry and Linda.
We're kidding, of course. They are sweet people. We really, really like them. We're glad they're here.
Yes.
Congratulations. You're the viewers of the week.
A blooper's coming. I'm getting ready to sneeze. It's coming.
Hold on.
Push hard.
All better. All better.
I'm there, no.
He's not all that happy about it. Not that face. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Until next time.
No.
No.
That was my fault. 100%. 100% my fault.
And this is Gizmo.
We're the villagers.
Oh,
See here? That's the whole question coming
whoopsie.
up.
Cut that all out.
Let's do that over.
Yeah, it got me stumbling. We like to give you some updates on the entertainment in the villages coming up soon. On January 17th, Rocky and the Rollers are going to be doing their show called Unplugged, which is they're going to be doing classical guitar music instead of the
I
electric
think
guitars.
acoustic.
Guitars. So that's going to be an amazing show. And
Speaking of Rocky and the Rollers, we saw them last week in concert. Did you see our show with Peter Noon of Herman's Hermits? It was a short show. We threw it in as a bonus on Saturday. Hope you liked it. He was absolutely great. And wow, what a performer.
yeah, he was.
He squeezed us in for that interview, even though it was only 20 minutes till showtime.
I know.
So we would have been happy to sit down for an hour with him and talk. And I think he would have, but we were crunched for time. So I let him off the hook real quick there.
Right.
But what a good guy, a fantastic show. If you ever get a chance to watch Peter Noon and Herman's Hermits, do it. They had, I promise you, everybody in the audience had a great time.
It was a great show. Also, on January the 21st, local artists at the Savannah Center are going to perform. And there's 4 different nights. Vocals, productions are coming, and Clark Barrios, Mary Jo Vital, Don Denome, and Donna Moore, and Nina Polacek. So that's going to be some really nice concerts with our local people here.
Good job on that.
That was a lot of names. So we'll keep you informed of new.
Yeah, look at our Facebook channel, The Villages, Newcomers, Jerry and Linda, and we're going to tell you about some of these great events that are coming to entertainment here in the villages because that's a big part of it here. You know, it's really, really fun.
It's time for our shout outs.
Some of you viewers, and it's amazing how astute you are, how observant. You notice everything, but I forgot to put a picture in when I was doing shout outs last week, which is a disservice to this lovely couple right here, Ted and Laurie from Michigan. They're teachers like us, and we forgot to put their picture on. Sorry about that, but now you got it. This is Ryan and Chuck. They're from California. They're brand new to the villages. We met them last week, and they told us they actually bought their home sight unseen, blamed us again, and they love it, and they seem to be having a really great time. They even, all the way from California, they brought this gift for Linda. Look at this. We both love turtles. They brought us this turtle.
Cute.
Isn't that an awesome thing? Look at that.
You know, I can't even imagine traveling all over across the whole entire United States from California to move to the villages and then a house sight unseen. Woo!
I thought you were going to say you couldn't imagine bringing that from California. I was going to say, well, they didn't walk.
I know.
Probably.
But wow, just a lot of trust.
We love that kind of thing. That is really pretty.
Beautiful.
We've already mounted it in our lanai, but we brought it out to show everybody. Thank you, Ryan and Chuck.
What a nice gift. This is Steve and Amber. They just put a deposit on a new lot in Newell. And this is a picture of them underwater getting married. Are you kidding me? How could you even say the words?
That's an adventurous couple right there. I would say it's pretty typical. They're going to fit right in. I'll tell you, when you go south of 44, you get those adventurous new villagers.
Yes.
Remember that show we did with the two young couples? Mm-hmm. Oh my goodness, they're into everything. Yes. Biking, scuba,
line dancing, whatever.
Kayaking, snorkeling, line dancing. They are busy folks.
Busy folks.
Speaking of busy folks, look at this picture of Mike and Dawn Skalecki. What a photo. I love that photo. That's probably one of my favorite photos ever for my shout outs. They're from Minnesota and they say, we don't even know what cold weather is here. Oh. Well, we don't doubt that. But from that picture, I was trying to figure out, is she pulling him up or is he dragging her down? I love that photo. That is so good.
It's a good one. This is Doug and Sharon. They became full-time residents back in September. They're loving it, and they're going on a cruise with us next couple weeks.
Yeah, we're really winding down on that cruise. We're going on a 7-day cruise out of Miami. We're taking a bus from the villages here. We're going to put a poll out soon and see if it's something we should keep doing. And if we do it, again, where would you like to go? What could we set up that would appeal to a lot of people?
Right.
Gary and Joanna came from Lake Havasu, Arizona last year for a 2-week visit. They ended up buying a home in Polo Ridge, and they say they absolutely love it here.
Brittany sent us this photo, then says they never miss a show, and they have 7 years to go before they're eligible to live here. They're so much looking forward to it. She didn't give us her husband's name, but he looks like a great guy.
Yeah, he might be in military. I see that little helicopter that he's got right there.
Okay.
Shantae and Todd are Texans. They now live in Alabama. They've been here twice. They absolutely love it. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't end up being our neighbors.
I wouldn't be surprised. Mike and Debbie Shaler visited her dad in the village of Piedmont last month. They are stuck in cold Ohio right now. I love those t-shirts they have on.
Yeah, that's awesome. Gizmo, wake up. Wake up. Are you ready? It's time.
It's time.
It's time. Take it away, Gizzy.
This joke comes from Michigan, but I'm sending it out to all our friends up in Minnesota. What do you call it when a snowman has a temper tantrum? That's a meltdown. I asked my friend Sammy down the street. I said, Sammy, what's the opposite of Antarctica? And Sammy said, that's easy, the North Pole. I said, no, silly. The opposite of Antarctica is Uncle Arctica. Do you know why owls always get invited to the bird parties? 'Cause they're such a hoot. Now I want to thank Nancy and Nelson Treadway, 'cause you know what they did? They ate about 100 popsicles, and then they sent me the sticks, and every one of those sticks had a joke on it. Oh, that was so nice, and anybody else that has good jokes, send them in, and Mom and Dad will give them to me, and I'll pick the good ones and let you have them next week. See you later.
Good job, Giz.
That's going to do it for this week's edition of
Mailbag Monday.
that, please subscribe to our channel and share it with all your friends. And like us on Facebook.
And Thursday, going to do a show with a really nice January bike ride. You'll want to catch that. And I hope you'll stay tuned on Saturday, because Linda's going to do her first cooking show. She's going to bake some cookies with you on Saturday. A bonus.
There you go.
And so many people wonder what type of golf cart they should buy. If you look right here, you're going to see a link to our electric versus gas cart showdown.
Until next time.
See you when you get here.